Ain't nobody got me feeling like I'm feeling you, like I'm feeling you, like I'm feeling you.
Joel's.
Back from tour.
I am a little depressed to be off the road.
We had such a good time on the road.
I know. We
Laura had a minivan.
I had a minivan. I took to the streets of OKC, Dallas, and Austin in Mama's minivan. Squired my boys around.
It was a true van life.
It was, and I liked it. It was comfortable.
It was so fun. We road tripped from OKC to Fort Worth to Austin. Fort Worth to Dallas was a road trip.
Yeah.
Far as hell.
I didn't realize they were so far away from each other.
Next
I thought
time
they
we're
were
going
like
to.
next door and maybe you cross one street and then you're in Fort Worth, but it's like a whole different city.
Yeah. Well, we made that was very clear to us.
Geography.
People were made adamant that we made the difference clear.
Yeah, I was glad to have that explained to us ahead of time so we didn't accidentally say Dallas.
We Yeah, it was just great. I'm sad too. I'm happy to be back with my Polski, but I'm sad I missed Austin. We had a great
You
time in
know,
Austin.
Austin was really something special.
It was.
I felt the vibes and I felt like a tug that was like, this could be your life. And I was like, you're not wrong.
We had a great final day in Austin. We scooted around. We went to some vintage stores. We had a cupcake by the lake.
Hmm.
Simon showed us everything.
The king of Austin.
I know. He becomes like a brooding teen when we leave Austin because he loves it so much and he just doesn't want to leave.
I
And I'm
can't
like,
say I
you know
blame
what?
him. The
No
thought of
way.
going back to LA at this point is enough to make me debt the vest.
When landing in Burbank in the cold, pouring rain, the dark, literal black clouds hanging over Burbank in the pouring floodwaters was enough to make me drive my Cybertruck into the sea.
It's time to all buy a Cybertruck and drive them into LA landmarks.
Going from Burbank to getting Mango and then driving all the way to LAX where my car was parked and then driving back from LAX, it all took 3 hours. It was,
No, you set yourself up
we
for
did. We did. We
you
had
set
no
yourself
time.
up for a suicide mission.
We did. LAX, I went, ooh, when I saw people going into the departures, I went, ooh, that's not me.
No,
Grateful that's not
literally,
me.
I was sitting at our whole trip to the Austin airport took like what?
12 minutes,
It's like 15 miles or something. It took
a
15
mile
to
a
20
minute.
minutes to get there. I was calculating in my head, like the returning a rental car into the terminal, just like doing calculations, literally the woman with all
Yeah.
the numbers. And I was like, in LA to go on this journey to return the rental drive to LAX and like even get in there would probably take 3 hours total before you even like got to check in.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, yo ho.
I experienced that last night. I love Dallas. Dallas was fun. Dallas came alive in the nighttime. Simon and I went
It
to the
did.
Roundup, the
We
infamous
stayed in
legendary
old
Roundup.
gay Dallas.
Laura had to stay in our room because her room got denied somehow when we were
That
checking in at
room
like
like
11 p.m.
disappeared.
They said, "Sorry, ma'am, we have no record of you ever booking a room here." And Laura was
Yeah,
like,
they were like, we have your booking.com information, but on our end, you simply don't exist and there's no room for you. And then it was just a stare off. And it was like, I don't know what you expect me to say to that. Like, it's like the way that that news was delivered was like, I was supposed to be like, okay. And then like walk out of the door and just into the streets and figure it out for my damn self. And so I engaged in kind of just like a silent I go to silent stare mode when given that kind of information.
It's literally the last thing you want to hear at 11 p.m. after being on the road all day and performing for 3 hours that your name doesn't exist
That you
and that
are
your
a
identity that
non-entity at this hotel.
it
But we
was
figured
very
it
it was
out.
giving
It
best in
actually, what?
it was
Go
giving
on.
best in show and they're like, well, we don't have you booked here, but we can give you the storage closet. And then we were
She
like,
was
just
trying
wheel
to,
her in a cot.
yeah, we were like, do you have an extra mattress? So they put a mattress on the floor, fuck boy style, and like a dog in a dog bed, I slept next to Carrie and Simon in their room.
Grundle glory. But it was a big mattress.
It was a great mattress. And it wasn't like a roll away. It was like they
No.
put like a full size mattress on the floor, which I appreciated, and it was very comfortable. And then they also said that they were going to give you guys your room for free that night too for the inconvenience.
So it all
So
worked
now
out.
I've entered a new war zone, which is like going up against booking.com trying to get myself refunded for not existing.
Yeah, it ended up being a kind of beautiful gift that we didn't have to pay to stay there.
Yeah.
And
Did they refund you?
I don't think yet, but I think they have. It's like in the process.
Okay.
But I will
You have to stay
I,
on that. You
I
have to
will.
you have to have justice.
I was too busy trying to get from Burbank to LAX last night to notice. It was fun. It was true sleepover vibes. We just kept being like, "Have you seen this Reddit?"
Yeah, Simon told me about all the Reddits he follows, and then I followed all of them. And I'm just like committing to Reddit life, honestly. That's
I know
what has to happen.
Simon was a great roadie.
He was our tour manager. He was our
Photographer.
photographer. He
He was
stepped in at important times. He captured everything. It was awesome.
he was the tour therapist. He was helping with the light. He was giving light pointers as an artist. Um,
Yeah.
but it was so good. Everyone who came out was amazing. Everyone was lit in the best way. We got to meet a bunch of heads from all over the country came. People flew in
Mhm.
from the East Coast. People drove from Arkansas and Kansas and Arizona, Portland. Like it was a
Denver.
full Denver. It was a full,
It was a national event
it
of
really
sorts.
was. Um, and we're not done yet. We have a show in Berkeley next week that's very close to selling out. It's a very low
Yeah.
ticket warning for that.
It's
So you should get on those.
you don't want to miss this show, and it's only getting better and better as time goes on. So every single show that happens is better than the show before it.
Oh, we forgot my mom and dad came. They
Yeah.
drove down with us. My mom was in her prime.
Dorothy was on fire.
I got to meet Laura's brother,
You got to meet my brother. You got to meet my mom and my
her
dad.
dad. It
Yeah.
was a shame. Laura gave us a tour of OKC where she grew up. I
I
saw
gave you
them.
the drunk driving tour,
Yeah.
all the places that I used to drive drunk.
You gave me you gave us the teens kind of aim ambling through life at night in OKC.
The teenage terrorism tour, where I would go secure like an 18 case of beer and drink it and drive simultaneously.
That's
The only
crazy.
thing that was missing was cigs.
Yeah. Um, but it was amazing. It was so fun. Berkeley's gonna be great. Then we're gonna take the East Coast by storm in the next few months. The
Yeah, we're gonna
Pacific
announce a bunch
Northwest.
of show dates soon. So don't worry, East and West Coast, we haven't forgotten about you entirely.
We've
And
got our eyes on you.
certainly Canada, you're in for a treat as well.
We can't say yet, but just
But
know we're
trust.
coming for you, Canada. Um,
Oh,
wait,
I finished Crawl last night, by the way. Speaking of Canadians,
Did you love?
I loved it, but I was hoping kind of that it would end like really cynically, like that just when you think they're getting saved,
A
scroll,
gator?
a gator would like snap them, or like a gator. Like I wanted, when there's a Jaws movie where a gator fully takes out a helicopter, or where a
Oh
shark
yeah.
takes out a helicopter, like I needed that to happen in Crawl.
I forget without spoilers, did that one character that I was very invested in survive?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I know.
That
I was clutching
mhm.
Tony and being like, I can't actually spiritually take it if this thing dies.
No.
But I would have liked everyone to die except for that thing.
I'm reading a great book right now that I need to recommend.
What?
It's from 1987. It's called Swan Song by, hold please, Robert McCammon. It's wild. It's kind
I
of like
like the
this,
name.
it's sort of like The Stand.
Okay.
It's like a post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear war America, but there's like a spiritual aspect and like a Masonic figure, a messianic figure, and also like a satanic figure converging with all these survivors. And it's really scary. It's genuinely scary. Like I was reading it on the plane and I was like, ooh.
Okay, I love that.
And it's 1,400 pages, so it's a lot, but I think they're making a show out of it,
And it moves
which
fast.
it moves really fast.
Okay,
And it's
I
not, it
like that.
doesn't feel like it was written in the 80s. It feels like it was written today.
It's timeless, you might say.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Also,
I'm
trailer for RHONJ dropped, and I think Louis and Teresa are headed towards ruin, financial and marital.
damn, no. Not
I think
surprising, but just want Teresa to like get the dick she deserves in life.
I just want her to be with a guy that doesn't fuck her over financially.
I think she needs to be a lesbian. I think she just needs to turn and go into like bodybuilding lesbian relationship
Yeah,
mode. I don't think she's I think she's cursed when it comes to men. Pick
I
her
just
as off.
totally. She has, I mean, she has a type. She falls for scam artists.
Wait, I want to watch it now.
Louis,
Louis?
he's Dirty John. We saw that from a mile away. Everyone did.
I know, I just wanted him to be like, okay.
No, you can't be
Money
that.
troubles. No. That's the worst fucking news for Tree. Not money troubles. I'm truly Renee at the kitchen island with that.
No.
No. Pissed her money away. No. Oh my God.
Right?
Why does this hurt? This hurts me. Where's the fucking trailer?
He likes a little tickly ass.
I'm not wearing any undies. Nice and loose. You know, I'm bored on my pants.
Milk prostate, baby. I would like to have my prostate milked. They're a bunch of savages. I wouldn't trade my friends for anyone. Cheers to our friendship. I love you guys. Cheers. I can't believe you're leaving me. Hi, Delaware. I brought my tissues. Don't cry. Going to college in 3 days.
I'm proud of you, Gabriella.
I'm gonna miss you.
But what's up with Paulie and Dolores? He's still married. He won't get divorced? I don't know.
You have a right to know your future. Yeah.
Do you think if I get divorced, I'm just going to get down on my knee and engage you next day?
I'm gonna have to rethink this. Margaret, how are you and Joe doing?
Your marriage was better when Jan was alive.
Are you like reflecting on leaving him? Everybody loves the Messler. You know, like Stifler? Stifler. We got the Messler. I think you're That's who you want to associate yourself with? Yes.
I feel like I'm mourning what our friendship used to be.
I don't understand what you're so upset about, Rich.
Hey, how are you?
Jackie, Judas Goldschneider. You want to tell Teresa everything you've been doing behind her back?
I'm being friends with whoever I want to be friends with, and I don't care.
This is so comical to me right now. You have like a heart on for my husband. I don't know why.
I don't have a heart on for him.
It's a limp dick with your husband.
I'll be Teresa.
Honey.
I want to know.
You're the poster child for mortgage fraud.
That was my husband. Thank you very much.
Teresa is distraught because in the house, there is not a lot of calm.
Every time I talk to her, her stomach is in knots.
She's not doing great.
Her money away.
When I need my money laundered, I'll call you. I want it to be better.
It's not going to be better.
All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
What's going on with you and me? Just out of curiosity. That is nobody I want to be friends with. I'm not looking her way again. You're a bully, Teresa.
Don't fucking bear. This is a big reason why I'm walking away from him.
You. Good dirty. Everybody was right about you. You're a piece of
Danielle, we see you.
Anyway, listen. That was a great evening. Not so much.
Wow.
Wow. These ladies really know how to serve.
Jackie and Teresa.
I
That-
just crave
That
their
alliance
accents.
is unholy. They're all on Ozempic.
They are.
I love it.
They look great.
They all look fucking
They
great.
look fucking snatched. They're all so hot. I can't handle Teresa being like broke.
She's just an American tragedy.
She is an Italian American tragedy.
She is. She's like first generation American tragedy. Like just trying her goddamn best.
Wasn't she second generation?
Her parents are
Wouldn't her
from.
parents be first generation?
Oh yeah, okay. Second generation American tragedy.
She'll bounce back. If there's one thing, well, she bounced back before. She built herself back up from total ruin.
I just hope
She
she doesn't
needs
go
to
to
just
jail.
go-
again.
What?
She needs to go to jail again and then come out refreshed.
Maybe jail is really good for her. It's kind of like some people go to a spa, some people go to like the ranch, like in Malibu and hike and do anorexic vegan diets and get massages. And then some people go to jail.
Some people prefer to be in jail.
I get it. There have been times when I would have preferred to be in jail.
You don't have to. You just like everything's taken care of.
There are times in life when jail, like if you had a choice between like facing the consequences of your actions or going to jail, I
Yeah.
would much rather go to jail.
Same.
Oh God. Tree.
It's bad.
I wish her well.
Me too.
Should we talk about this woman in Australia?
Yes.
There's a woman, Australia's most sexually active woman aims for 600 partners in 2025. A hero.
Annie
A
Knight.
load timber hero.
She's a load, just a load almanac. Annie Knight claims to have slept with 300 men in 2023. Honestly, there's probably a lot of gay men who sleep with 300 men in a year. And like,
That's about like one every day with like a couple months off.
yeah,
That's like, okay. And then she's upping it to 365 men by the end of 2024. So exactly one a day. But in 2025, she says it's 600 or bust.
so that's like multiple. That's like
It's about 2 a day.
2 men a day. Listen, I love it. I think it's great. She's being judged. The Gold Coast-based content creator added she hopes to break the stigma around women enjoying casual sex. She makes $2 million a year.
It just seems it's like a lot of work to get fucked by a different man
Yeah.
2 times a day. You're like,
Having
oh my God. Like, how do you even find 600 men that you want to fuck? Like, I don't even believe that 600 fuckable men for me exist in the world.
it's a lot, and I'm assuming they're coming to her because she's like, I'm not going to you.
No, the travel budget, I can't. You better make 2 mil if you're going to travel. I think it's smart of her to put it out there in the Daily Mail because she'll get more candidates.
But also, it's like inviting that many people into your home space is like a lot energetically. I'm
You have
like,
to rent a studio. You have to have studio space.
I don't judge at all, obviously. Like, go off queen, but I'm also like, just make sure you're getting rest and keeping your energy preserved as much as you can
How do you
spiritually.
like vet these guys? You need like a fuck assistant to like
Oh, I'm sure she
do
has a team.
pre-interviews.
I just saw a viral thing. I think I sent it to you and Sierra. I saw like a viral thing on Twitter last week of this um adult performer, like an OnlyFans queen who had a gangbang for her birthday, and she like had an entire team vet everyone for like STDs. She screened everyone like for mental, making sure no one was like gonna hurt her or like hurt other people. She had a whole team do this in you know, cooperation with her own partner who like arranged everything, this guy. And she had a like a I guess like a graph. What are people who do like graphs?
Like a pie chart.
Yeah, she had people break down like a team. She hired a team to like break everyone's experiences down, break her experiences down, like how long every guy lasted, how long, how many loads she took, how many guys finished in her, finished, didn't finish. And then she had fluffers who were female people, um, who could either just blow the guys while they waited or have sex with them if they wanted. So it was all like the women were sort of like in charge. And she, one guy lost his virginity to her in front of everyone.
She got scientific data about the experience.
She got a full thing and she wrote a Substack. I was reading it. I was like, I've never seen sex broken down in such a like mathematical way where I was like, I salute you.
It takes a village to fuck a
It takes a
village.
village.
Yeah.
It
You
takes a
have to,
village.
you need to like employ, it's like a business. Like you have to
No,
run a business if you want to get ran through.
I'll send you the Substack. It's
Please
fascinating.
do.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I just can't imagine the amount of time and energy it takes to not only get fucked, but find also 365 to 600 is a huge jump. Like I love setting goals, but I'm like, maybe let's go to like 450. Seems like a good, you know what I mean? It's like, okay.
have certain weeks where it's like a spree and then like take some time off.
Yeah. Do you just like preload in the day? Like you have some days where you just fuck 10 to get them out of the way?
Whoa.
Doesn't it seem like it would be not fun by like
I'm I'm assuming
how many
it probably
guys
gets
could you
boring.
fuck before you were like, I've had enough for this year?
Me?
Yeah. Like, what do you think your threshold is?
I mean, it depends. Like when I was in New York in my 20s, it was all bets were off.
I know, but I'm talking about now.
Oh,
Like, what's your threshold today, the year of our Lord 2024, March 7th?
it wouldn't be a lot. I have to I have to acknowledge my threshold has waned, or my ability and my old years to get my these old bones up and going. It
But
would take
like,
a
okay,
lot.
if you're
I'm
told
like a
you can
numerical
set,
number.
yeah, like you have set out to like fuck this amount of guys. What's like the amount? Like if you could fuck up to 600, but like how far do you really think that you could get
For
in
if I
just
had
like,
from like January to December 31st.
yes, a calendar year?
15,
Wow. Okay.
maybe 20.
All right. That was
Let's
low. That was
well,
lower than I thought it would be.
I'm really trying to be like realistic about my like emotional threshold. Before I could probably be like 100, but I think like 15 or 20 realistic. If I'm being fully realistic about where I am right now, it would be 15 or 20, which
If I had
is
a team in place, if I had a full team that was like seeking out,
oh, well, if I had a
interviewing.
team, okay,
No, I'm
maybe
talking
I thought
about
it
the
was like
team. Like how many do you
maybe
No,
like
it's how many guys would you go through if you had like the resources and the team? Like how many would you commit to doing?
100.
Cool. That's
I
like
think I
two a
could do it.
week.
Yeah, I could do that.
Mine is like 50.
I thought you meant like me
No, I'm
alone.
just saying, like, what's like if you have the team and the
I could
infrastructure.
do a hundred in a year with a
Okay.
team vetting, scheduling, a Google Calendar, a
A Google Calendar.
A googly calendar, and like people vetting and making sure no one's gonna like be violent with me.
Yeah.
I'm in, yeah, 100. I could do it.
Okay. I choose 50. That's like
All
one a
right.
week with 2 weeks off to just like
Yeah.
do me. But I think like having like a sexy guy to fuck that's like once a week, I look forward to like fucking like a new hot, sexy guy. That's enough. That gives me the will to live without making me feel overwhelmed. And also knowing that there might be 2 weeks where I'm like, I want nothing to do with anyone and I
Yeah.
just get to take me time.
Yeah. And I think like I could do that where I could take a week off and then like double up for four in a week.
Hmm. We need like a tour manager
Yeah.
for the fuck fest, the fuck tour,
A fuck manager.
a fuck manager and their team. And they get like, I don't know how they would take money for that because I'm not paying anyone to fuck me, but
No, they're just doing
they
it
get a
because
hand job. They get 10% of a fuck. They get like a hand job or fingered.
it'd be also nice to have like just a bouncer at the door.
You need security in the other room or just like security downstairs that
I
you can
want
like push a button.
I want like a twink on their like an assistant twink like on his laptop in the other
You
room.
need like your own Shoshana from Madam Web.
Yeah, I want like someone just like looking at CCTV inexplicably, like looking at traffic patterns,
I want like a
um,
full
a stock market.
asexual, I need a full asexual, like they, them to be
Yeah,
watching security cameras and like creating data, but like a total scientific asexual,
yeah,
non-binary
totally. That's like just like
assistant.
I'm here to support you and like it's none of my business, but it is fully my business.
I think, yeah, I would even go one step further and say like I would prefer them to even be like on the spectrum somewhat, so they're like very focused on the data and
Yeah.
like and then they can get that to me accordingly.
Yeah.
And
No,
they're like just
I want like a
completely
breakdown.
business as usual. Like I would need the team, yeah, there would be that there's that position that's open. And then there's also I think I need like I'm gonna need a gay man on the team to be like, you've got this girl, like to be
Like a
just
hype
like
like
hyping
hype,
me.
yeah, like a slut guru. It's just
I
like
think a slut guru slash personal trainer to make sure that I'm feeling like my most fuckable self, but also who wants to like dish about everything that happened and
yeah,
like gossip.
totally. I think that's great.
And then I just need like the management team that's like fielding resumes, seeking out applicants, and like vetting them accordingly.
Headshots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would like if someone brought like a gift. If once in a while, like requiring one of the guys to bring like a box of Topo or like a cigarette pack,
I think
a carton
that,
of cigs. Like I want them to like basically pay me to
yeah, definitely. I think that part of my requirements is that they have to be open to like a relationship at any given time. Like they have to be open to a relationship, but also understand that I have the entire year to like get through everyone, and I'll be in touch at any time, but that they are required by law to like engage with me until I say, no, I'm done with you. But they also must bring a gift, and that's part of like the vetting process is like, do I like their gift or not? And then I need the management team to do a dismissal. Like if I just simply don't want to engage anymore, but I also don't want to like have to actively disengage, the management team dismisses them, and then they are never to contact me again. And like I don't ever want to see them
and
again.
an NDA must be signed.
Oh, absolutely. NDAs are crucial.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I also want like
I really like your
a
gift
true
idea. I think that
yeah, a
goes
true
far
I
because you
want a
never know what they're
Trudon
going to show up
candle.
with.
I want Trudon and I want a
They can get a
Byredo
list.
cologne.
I think the team would need to give them a list
A r-
of
like a rider.
things that I like, but also they need to, it's like they can get links to like wish lists and also links to the entire like podcast and writing archive of mine. And then it's their job to either do some research, mama, and come up with some good stuff, or we'll just see if they don't do the research, then they're up for potential dismissal.
Yeah. It's definitely something to consider.
That'd make a really good reality show, actually.
It would. Someone needs to get in touch with this girlie.
Hers is she needs 450,
No,
600.
650.
No, 600.
600 dudes.
That's a lot.
They also need to have clean. They need to like clean their balls, wash everything. They
There's a
can't have
full like there's a
hygiene.
checklist. There's a
Yeah.
hygiene checklist that they have to go through. And I'm also going to need, this is different from my data, like security person. There's a hygiene inspector on site that does like, that will do like sniff tests. And and like sniff and like just inspections.
Preferably a female identifying hygienes because she'll be
She'll be more
yeah.
in tune with like what, and I'll describe like sometimes I like a bit of a stinky armpit, so I don't mind that, but she's gonna sniff and I'll describe to her what my preferred like armpit smell is, and if it doesn't meet those specific smell guidelines, we're also honestly we're gonna need a backup list of if someone
For
arrives and they don't
flakes.
pass the hygiene test for flakes and the people who don't arrive
Smelly.
and don't pass hygiene. We need a backup list
We do.
of people that can be contacted at a moment's notice and show up ready to go and meet all hygiene standards, but also meet like my standards. So it's
Mhm.
a true, would probably cost like a few $100,000 to really pull this
To employ.
off.
And I'd
To
like
employ all
I'd
these
like a
people.
note. I'd like some kind of like a written
A thank you note.
yeah, or just like that was, just how do I feel? A check-in.
They'll
No
need to fill out like
cruelty.
they'll need to fill out a
Oh,
survey
that's what
afterwards.
this
That's the
gangbang
data.
the gangbang queen got them to fill out surveys. And she said guys were like networking, talking about business. Like
It's a
talking
great
about,
business opportunity for men, but I'm not providing a business opportunity. I don't want them
No.
to Mine is strictly you don't interact with each other. You assign an NDA, but it's also like you're not seeking out. I'm not here for you to like hobnob with each other.
No,
This
fuck
is about
you.
me and my needs. So it's an expensive undertaking, but one I'm willing to explore.
Speaking of hobnobbing, we need to get into this episode because it's so good.
Okay.
I'm Carrie,
I'm Lara.
and you're listening to Sexy,
Sexy, unique,
Unique
gangbangs.
Gangbangs.
Feeling
Hygiene coach!